people to see this part of me, because you know they put you in a box and they say yeah, he only works with animals or with dogs. And they say no, I'm a dad. I'm a son. I'm a brother, right? I'm an immigrant. I'm a businessman, right? I have good relationships with different people, right? So I want to make sure that my wisdom is shared to the podcast.
And when you think about the industry as a whole, we feel like wellness has become a commodity within big business. How do you feel about that?
I think it's good. You know, if well-being and spirituality become businesses, then we'll get rid of businesses like weapons and biological warfare and cyber warfare and extinction of species. And, you know, when spirituality becomes commercial, we will have reached the age of enlightenment.
¿Qué tal, chicas y chicos? Ya estamos en el último día de VeeCon y aquí con mi amigo Fernando jugando con unos perritos. Hay muchas marcas haciendo activaciones dentro de la conferencia. Vimos recién a Deepak Chopra, también un poquito a César Millán. No es mi pariente César Millán, por favor, para la gente que de repente hay gente que me pregunta si es mi pariente. No, ¿sabías que el apellido Millan es bastante común en el mundo? No es mi única familia que tiene ese apellido. De hecho viene de España mi apellido. Ahora vamos a estar caminando un ratito y en un rato más nos va a tocar la selfie, porque Gary Vee hace algo este año donde en lugar de hacer una gran fila para sacarte una selfie con él, podías agendar un horario, así como una hora médica. Así que estamos agendados para nuestra selfie con Gary como en 1 hora y media más. Así que ahí voy a estar compartiendo con ustedes. Espero hacerle alguna pregunta. Voy a estar contando. Bueno chicos, estoy aquí con Fer, ha sido mi acompañante, mi chaperone, ¿no? La hemos pasado súper bien acá en la conferencia y es su primer VeeCon. Así que Fer, quiero preguntarte qué te ha parecido hasta ahora la experiencia, la conferencia caminando.
Mira, me ha parecido bastante bueno, creo que hay muy buenos conferencistas, están bien curados los talentos. Creo que no sé si está curado el storytelling de la conferencia, para que vaya llevando un orden cronológico, y no sé si queda clara para las personas de que hacen Web3 si el evento refleja el conocimiento de Web3 que se van a llevar. Para los que venimos en general, es un muy buen evento de ver speakers separados que podrían estar unidos con un pegamento llamado storytelling.
Exactamente, es una de las mismas observaciones que he tenido yo, que falta quizás un tema común que una todas las conferencias y todos los paneles. Ok chicos, estamos en el NFT Land, vamos a hacer un pequeño tour de todo lo que hay acá. Hay mucho ruido, pero no importa. Lo importante es que veas el ambiente que hay en la conferencia, que lo que Gary Vee siempre quiso hacer con VeeCon era que no fuera solamente una conferencia, sino una experiencia, que la gente pudiese hacer no solo networking, sino también conectar con las marcas. Por ejemplo, acá está World of Women. World of Women NFT es un proyecto liderado por mujeres, de los pocos que hay. Y por acá hay juegos. Alien Friends, de hecho Alien Friends es otro proyecto de NFTs bastante conocido. Por acá están los Budgie Penguins, otro proyecto de NFTs. Budgie Penguins, un proyecto de NFTs que ha logrado trascender a lo físico, tener unos peluches súper lindos ahí. Hay para todos los gustos. Más allá, y vamos a mostrar en un rato más, hay una venta de garage. En realidad no es una venta de garage, pero a Gary le encantan las ventas de garage, se le llamó así, pero en realidad es como un mercado donde hay coleccionables, ropa, tarjetas, si te gusta intercambiar tarjetas coleccionables, de todo. Así que ese es el pequeño tour, nos vemos allá. Ok, y este es el otro sector que les estaba comentando hace un ratito, que es el garage sale. Y por acá van a ver que hay de todo, hasta hay un stand de Meta, ¿cierto? Hay acá un stand de Mattel con las cartas de Uno. Hay varios stands con figurines, coleccionables, hay de todo, para todos los gustos, sobre todo para las personas que somos un poquito geeks. trading cards, arcades, aquí un arcade de Tortugas Ninja, hay de todo, de todo. Acá hay camisetas, poleras, coleccionables de música, Lakers, de todo un poco. Y se llama Gary's Garage Sale.
I'm the only African American man on a major network for 15 years that didn't come from music, sports, or politics. Right? And it's a gift, but it's also horrible because there's so much space for so many people here. Women, LGBTQ, veterans, you know, whoever you are, there's so much space to make it there, you know. The world is still really, really small in regards to this, and there's a lot of opportunity for everybody here in this crowd. But the one thing I do notice is people who are successful are here on a Saturday, always working instead of fucking off time other places, right?
The most important attribute in your teams, in you, is when you feel that cognitive dissonance, which is that sort of mental discomfort when something doesn't make sense or it threatens your current way of life or your way of being or your job, your identity. What a lot of people do is they lean out and they will say, oh, it's a scam, it's bad for the environment. They'll justify it out.
It's not going to be easy, and so don't expect it to be. Don't get so attached to your ideas. I think be open and curious to change, and this is for men or women. Be malleable. You know, I think at first I had a lot of really strong opinions of what I thought Honest was going to be, and I learned pretty quickly that you have to meet the consumer where they're at. So if you're making something for people, you have to really understand the consumer need, that white space opportunity, and you need to go in really specifically hard in this space and really know what your point of differentiation is. And especially for women, you know, the thing is we have to be two to 10 times smarter, 2 to 10 times more capable, 2 to 10 times overall better and nicer and all of those things, and it's really exhausting. But if we don't do that, then we won't continue to make headway and see ourselves. Also, men are allies, and I think we can't think of men as being the enemy. There are allies that are partners.
VeeCon 2023, how we feeling? VeeCon, how do we feel about this year? I'm incredibly humbled. I'm just incredibly humbled by what has transpired here over the weekend. Let me hear it one more time for each other, what we did here.
Let's fucking go!
Just backstage, and one of the partners in putting this together, she came up to me and she said, I've been doing conferences and events my whole life. I'm an event planner. I've been doing it for 30 years. Never in her life has she ever been to a conference that every person, attendee, speaker, infrastructure, every human was kind, brought value, wanted to engage, felt safer. What we are doing here matters, and let this be very clear. That isn't done by a human, that is the collective of the humans that are here, and I need you to make some fucking noise for each other right now. The amount of people that put other people's opinions of them on a pedestal is an issue. It is a concern of mine, even with myself. I would die if you valued my opinion of you over your opinion of yourself. When I tell you, to answer his question directly, how do you go through the system? It's one of the biggest reasons I'm so excited about VeeCon. As I pushed early on, and as how I tried to find other moments with all of you, pushing you to the answer to this question, which is called practice. The way you get better at anything in the world is practice. You want to get better at basketball? You practice. You want to get better at singing? You practice. You want to get better at DJing? You practice. You want to cook better? You practice. You want to be a better entrepreneur? You practice. You want to get better at having self-confidence? You practice on not valuing someone else's opinion over your own opinion of yourself. You practice by putting yourself out there more. More. The context of this conference is super powerful and will be no question an aggressive theme of mine for 2024 is to push you to say hello to more people. More, because what you're gonna get here, as you know, is positive reinforcement. You're gonna get reciprocated likely at a high percentage in a good way. Something I'm about to start making a lot of content around is called fuck your grandparents. Yep. New big pillar for me coming in 2024. Whole framework. It's called fuck your grandparents. Let me tell you why. So many people in here running around with so much fucking anger and hate towards their mom and their dad and giving Granny a pass when she was the one that fucking made them. How about we start deploying compassion? How about you start feeling bad for your mom and dad? How about the people here that haven't talked to a relative, a brother, a sister, a cousin, a mom, or an aunt? How about you leave VeeCon and fucking call them and say, I'm sorry, because this shit doesn't actually fucking matter. And most interesting, you like the ability to blame someone else. We need to get off that drug. We need to start deploying compassion, not resentment. Friends is a baby. You don't judge a man at 2.5 years old. I met so many of you one-on-one today, and I've had so many other interactions with you over the last 10 years, 2 years, 3 years. I judge none of you. I judge absolutely none of you. Every one of us is on our journey. There will be good years, there will be bad years. This year I saw a lot of you for the second year, and some of you accomplished the things you said to me you were gonna do last year at VeeCon. Others were on a path to accomplishing it, but a tragedy in their actual life stopped them. Others couldn't even start the progress because the day they got back after VeeCon, the high came down and real life took over. My friends, so many of you are judging others while they're still a work in progress. And the one that you're judging the most is yourself. If I could somehow get this community over the next 40 years to stop judging themselves and start being a friend to themselves, everything, and I mean everything, will change. I'm gonna make you sad. And then we're gonna get our asses back together in a fucking year. That's what I want from you. Maybe in Toronto. Maybe in Atlanta. Maybe in Dubai. Maybe in New fucking Jersey. And I can't wait to see all you next fucking year.
All right.
impression, girls? What did you think about VeeCon?
I really enjoyed it. Like, this year was more about community and uplifting the community and just connecting with newer people and vibing with the old OGs and the old people that were here.
What was your favorite thing about the conference? Were your expectations met? How do you feel about it?
Wow, so there's a lot that have been going through my mind since I even started this. Besides all the camaraderie and the community that we've been a part of, really solidifying, I think, in this VeeCon. I've had a really great time with a lot of people and it felt a lot safer than I did last year. I'm not going to deny that. The fear wasn't built around anything more than just uncomfortability of being unfamiliar, right? So I felt a lot more familiar at this VeeCon, but even better, the fact that we were addressing things that I've inherently felt in my life for years, and the vulnerability issues that I have I think I now feel like I can address them because there's a safer bubble on which to do so.
I'm here with my friend Peg. How are you, dear? This is the last day of VeeCon. We just wrapped it up. What was your favorite thing about this event?
I got a lot of interactions with Gary, that's for one, but the community. It's the community, you know, seeing everyone IRL and, you know, and once again, and right, it is. We have, you want to say like sorority, fraternity or something like that, you know, we do, we have a bond, you know?
Yeah, we do. It's nice to bring the bond to the real world.
Yes. Yes.
Are you coming back next year?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes?
No matter where it is.
No matter where it is. Yeah, he gave a lot of hints. I don't know if they were real. I don't know if
Toronto might be a good, you know, because of Canadian people.
He said Toronto, Dubai, LA, New Jersey, like California. I don't know what else.
I could see Dubai like 2026.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe if he organizes another. All right, I'm here with Brax. How you doing?
I'm great.
Can I get your impression about VeeCon? How did you enjoy it?
It was amazing. I would say the hype coming in and leading up to it this year wasn't as crazy as I felt like it was last year, the first time coming in. But this time I realized that the people that are showing up are building. They're here because they love the technology. They see where it's going. It's not just for the flip. And to be honest, next year is going to be even better.
Are you coming back?
Yes, that's the plan. See you here.
It's great to meet you. We've been on Twitter connected for a while.
Finally, love connecting with you.
Awesome. Thanks. We hope to see you at VeeCon next year.
2024.
2024. Hey, ¿cómo estás? Aquí Carolina y ya estamos por cerrar este vlog o esta serie de vlogs. En realidad, esta vez en VeeCon me enfoqué más que nada en pasarlo muy bien, en asistir a las charlas, en conectar con mis amigos, mis nuevos amigos y los amigos que ya conocía del VeeCon anterior, de 2022. Así que en realidad mi editor es el que va a tener que ver cómo divide los videos. Pero de todas maneras espero que lo hayas disfrutado. En este momento estoy en Weston, a unos, creo que es como a unos 40 minutos o algo así de Miami, visitando a una muy querida amiga. En este minuto hay una tormenta, de hecho, escucho unos truenos y ella está en temas de trabajo, así que me quedé aquí un ratito. Muy bien, espero que hayas disfrutado el vlog. Déjame un comentario si te gustaría ir a VeeCon el 2024, porque voy a estar haciendo un concurso para regalar un par de entradas a mi comunidad. Así que cuéntame ya en los comentarios de este video si te gustaría participar en VeeCon 2024, si te gustó lo que viste aquí y pues quisieras ser parte. Déjame un comentario, suscríbete. Si viste el video hasta el final, dime lo vi hasta el final. Cuéntame qué más te gustaría ver en futuros vlogs. Y nos vemos en el próximo video. Recuerda suscribirte, dale me gusta, compártelo y deja un comentario si quieres ir a VeeCon 2024.